Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to watch and react to this viral live, sorry, not live. We're going to watch and react to this viral video of a botched vaccine, I guess, which has happened in the Philippines. And I'm going to give my opinion about what I see in the video, and yeah, we'll talk about it. So let's start with the video.
Wait lang daw po. Sige na. Sige na? Sige na? Sige po, ate.
Okay, first thing I want to say there is, so the nurse or the healthcare worker here, she's got full PP on, right? So like protective wear, but she's also got a watch on. Why would you wear a watch? that's an infection risk. Like, you're all covered up, you've got all the equipment on, but then you've got a watch on. When we're in hospital, there's like a infection protocol, and we're not allowed to wear ties. We weren't allowed to wear ties when we were in hospital, and watches weren't allowed either because they were a potential source of infection and transmission of infection. So bad form there, bad form. I don't know why she's wearing a watch.
Relax. Okay, tapos na ako. 1, 2, 3.
Even in the right hand there, look at the right hand, there's skin showing. So she's got PP on, but then there's skin showing, which doesn't really make too much sense to me, to be honest. So what she's doing is she's giving a vaccination. So it's an intramuscular injection. So vaccines are intramuscular. So the muscle's pretty deep, right? So you need quite a long needle to get through to the muscle. So you can give intramuscular injections in the arm, or you can sometimes give them in the butt as well. Often in kids, we'll give them in the butt or in the leg, in the top bit at the thigh, because there's lots of muscle there. But in adults, we normally give it in the arm. So yeah, she's forgotten to press down the plunger, which is a bit of a mistake. Really bad mistake, actually. Shocking. But what I will say is, I've been in situations before where patients have wanting to film something. So let's say I'm doing a small surgery or something along those lines. So might do a toenail surgery or vaccine. Lots of people wanting to film their vaccines. When you're just beginning, when you're new to the job, it can give you a bit of anxiety when you're being filmed. It definitely can. Like now, I've been working for many years. I'm quite used to people wanting to film me and film what's doing and record it and show their friends. But if you just started, which I think this girl had, I think I was reading she's a volunteer worker. If she's just started, then that must be quite intimidating for her when somebody's filming the whole thing. This can be quite nerve-wracking, giving somebody a vaccine. Injecting somebody it can make you quite nervous. It really can. I can remember being at med school, and in my first couple of years of work, I used to hate taking blood tests and hate giving vaccines because you worry all the time that you're going to make a mistake. It's not very nice injecting somebody with a needle when you're not used to it. Now I don't even think about it. Just do it all day. You do it all day. But back then, when you're still learning, it is definitely intimidating. I tell you what I don't understand about this. Let's say she didn't give the vaccine, right? So she didn't actually press the plunger down. So then she put the needle on the side or into the sharp spin. I don't understand how she didn't see that the vaccine was still in the syringe. Because obviously the syringe hadn't been pushed down. Surely it was obvious the vaccine was still in the syringe. That doesn't really make any sense to me. Maybe she put it straight into the sharp spin. So after somebody's been vaccinated, then the rule is the needle needs to go straight into like the sharp spin where it's safely disposed of. Because once the needle's been in someone's body, then there's a risk of infection, right? Because that person might have hepatitis or HIV. So you need to get rid of that needle straight away. Because sometimes if you don't get rid of a needle straight away, you can get something called a needle stick injury. Let's say somebody else accidentally stabs themselves with that needle, and they could then be exposed to infection if the person getting the vaccine did have, for example, hepatitis or HIV. So you have to dispose of needles straight away after they've been used. So I'm assuming this woman giving the vaccine is just disposed of the needle straight away into the sharp spin, but I still don't understand why she hasn't at least seen that the plunger's not being pressed down. It doesn't make much sense to me. Now, in defense of this girl, I think she's a volunteer. I don't know how many vaccines they're giving all day. I bet they're giving so many vaccines. I bet it's really tiring. Other thing is she's wearing PPE all day. Like I've worn PPE all day when the COVID started. It feels so hot. It feels so hot. You feel dizzy. You feel exhausted. The PPE just makes you feel horrible. You feel horrible all day. So she's just started. She's probably really working long hours. She's wearing PPE. There's lots of reasons there why somebody might make a mistake. Really, there's lots of problems with that. I really can think of lots of problems with what's going on here. See, this video has been widely shared on social media and messaging platforms. I don't think that's fair, okay? Like, if there's been a mistake, why share it on social media? That's just, what's the benefit of that? Like, what are you doing from doing that? One, you're humiliating the staff member who made the mistake. Like, that's mortifying. Like, she doesn't deserve to be humiliated. Two, you're increasing vaccine hesitancy because people already in the Philippines don't want to get vaccinated. I think I read the other day only 6% of the population want to get vaccinated or have been vaccinated, sorry. Sharing images like this is only going to give vaccines a negative press, a negative feelings toward vaccines. Like, I just think I don't understand why you share that on social media. I just don't really get it. I feel it's bad. I feel it's bad to share that on social media. Sharing medical mistakes. Yes, there's a time and a place for it. Yes, there is definitely a time and a place for it. But sharing this, I don't necessarily agree with it.
Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. We acknowledge the video. It was human error on the part of the volunteer nurse.
They are human error. So she's kind of getting blamed for that. But what I said earlier in the video is there's lots of reasons why that human error would happen. Human error is really common in hospitals and the clinics. It's natural. People, high stressful environment, everyone's working long hours, COVID, pandemic, there's always going to be error. People aren't perfect, okay? And there's lots of reasons why this human error could happen. Like I said, volunteer, probably long hours, wearing PPE, no support. All these reasons are why human error could happen. And then to give this girl the punishment that she's getting from the viral video stream on social media, I just think isn't fair. Anyway.
Volunteer po siya na nurse that was immediately corrected.
Yeah, so I think they gave the vaccine. The girl who didn't get the vaccine still got the vaccine the next day, right?
This happened June 25 and June 26, bumalik po siya sa
Yeah, so she went back and she got the vaccine anyway.
aming tanggapan at pinakita po ang video at nakita naman po na hindi ho nga siya nabakunahan kung kaya't binigyan ho siya agad ng bakuna.
Yeah, so but why did you have to share it on social media? If she did share it on social media, I don't know who did share this on social media, but whoever did, why did they have to share it on social media? Who does that help? A clear breach of vaccination protocol. Okay. Reminds all vaccinators to take extra care and attention during inoculation. I want to know the circumstances of the girl who was giving this vaccine. How long had she been working? How long was her training? How many hours had she already been at work? Was she hungry? All these things we need to look at when somebody makes a mistake. It's not just that person's mistake. We need to know the circumstances. In fact, the girl who made the mistake, I don't know it was a girl because I could hear her speaking. I invite you can come on the Doc Adam channel. We can talk about it. We could talk about what led to that mistake, because I'm pretty sure it wasn't completely your fault. I'm sure there was lots of reasons why you made a mistake. People make mistakes all the time, and I do not blame yourself for this. I don't think you should blame yourself. I'm sure a lot of people are attacking you on social media, and I do not think this will be completely your fault. I really don't. Doctors make errors, and doctors have often been working for years and years and years, and they still make errors all the time. This is a volunteer worker. So how can we limit the chances of this happening again? Regular breaks, good training, regular food, nice work environment. There's probably more. They're the first things I think of when I think of how can we reduce error. Because this was obviously an error where the vaccine wasn't given. It could have been worse, right? Something worse could have happened. Maybe they could have not changed the needle. So the same needle could have been used on 2 people, for example. Something like that could have happened. Like, I'm not saying that didn't happen, but I'm saying these things could happen if people are tired and hungry and in a position where they, like this girl appeared to be in. Yeah.
So we simply ask for understanding from the public. Mahigit isang taon na pong naghihirap at nagtatrabaho pong ating mga frontliners.
They are, like I said, yeah.
Para ho mabigyan po tayo ng para ho labanan itong pandemya na ito. Maawa naman po kayo sa nurse na
Yeah, she's thank you for standing up for her. Thank you.
Pusang loob na nag-volunteer para sa kanyang oras.
She was volunteering. She wasn't even getting paid. She was volunteering to give a vaccine.
Ng kanyang oras para lang po magsilbi sa ating mga kababayan. Taon lang po ang ating frontliners, napapagod, nagkakamali. Pero mahalaga po na itinama namin agad ang pagkakamaling ito at humihingi po siya at kami ng patawad at nagbibigay din po kami ng assurance na hindi na po ito mangyayari muli.
Well, I mean, this probably will happen again. The reason this will happen again is because you're using volunteers. You need to, and it's probably getting rushed out, right?
Maraming salamat po.
Let's just read some of the comments, see if there's any good comments. It was an honest mistake. Hindi said, yeah. So what's the big deal? It's already investigated and cleared up. Yeah. It's not error. That's the truth of some nurse or lack of knowledge. Before to start working on this job, must be responsible. One mistake can lead to death. Yeah. Anyway, that's my take on this. I don't know. What's your opinion? Hope you enjoyed the live stream. I did. I'll see you guys soon. Oh, P.S. Make sure you get vaccinated.